Hello, hello, welcome. It's Ruth here at Artful Stampin', and it's a Monday. So we're going to try something a little bit more masculine. I'm going to be using a stamped sheet that I did a while back. I think it must have been last year, the end of last year sometime. And I use the emboss resist technique. So this is half the sheet. I've actually used the other, I've already cut up some pieces. So just a reminder, I stamped, I think, very vanilla cardstock, and then embossed with some clear embossing powder with these beautiful leaf stamps, and then just kind of kept stamping and stamping and stamping until I covered the whole sheet. And then I can see I also splattered some water. So I will try and find the link to that original stamping, how I did that. So I'll leave that out to remind myself and show you what I've done already. I've already cut 4 card bases. I want to do some slimline cards, and I had an idea of how to decorate a piece of cardstock and then cut it up into 4. Now, I did something similar-ish a few weeks ago when I was making a birthday card, but I ended up folding the cardstock. I didn't cut it up. So what I've done here is I've already pre-cut some of those some pieces from that stamped one sheet wonder that I did, and so I've got them here, and they're they're cut out using the dies, the rectangle, stitched rectangle dies. I'll get all the dies out in a second and tell you all the proper names for them. And then I've also cut some frames out using Bermuda. This is Bermuda Bay, and I decided to use a little bit of Bermuda Bay because I don't know if you see really, if you look carefully, there are some little hints there of Bermuda Bay just within the piece itself, and I thought rather than going down the completely brown and cream route, it would be nice to have some hints of Bermuda Bay in there. So that's why I've cut those. And then as I got cutting more and more bits and pieces, I then remembered I hadn't used the deer set very much, so I have cut out a few deer. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to use them yet, and lots of lovely leaves. So let's just quickly go through the die sets now while I remember. So I used Grove dies to cut out the deer and a couple of these beautiful leaf shapes. They're very delicate and pretty. Then the big cat's dies, I got that out because I really like these little leaf, very sort of delicate looking leaf designs. So I've cut out a few of those. And then use the pierced blooms dies to cut out leaves, and then this rectangle stitch framelets. I will list these in the description below with all the codes and everything should you wish to purchase them. So today is going to be a little bit sort of die heavy. You know, sometimes I just use all stamps, sometimes I use other things, but today is going to be very much about using these dies to decorate a card. So if I also let you know what was going on in my head, I'm just going to bring a template in just to kind of explain what I was thinking. So I need you just to imagine that there's a line going down here as well. Anyway, let's flip that way to get started. And so what I want to do is actually stick some elements onto a whole sheet of A4 and then cut them up afterwards so that you end up with different pieces. Oh, not that one, this one, different sections. So this is my plan to kind of do that. Oh no, that's too big a piece, isn't it? I might do that there. Well, that's upside down as well, so that one there. And then what else have we got here? I guess I could cut that in half and then stick the other section on this side. And then once the pieces are cut up, I'm then going to do the decorating. Okay, so that's the plan. So hello everybody, welcome. It's Monday the 21st of February. I suddenly had a panic there because I know I'm booked to do something on the 21st of March, and as I was saying the number 21st, I thought, oh my goodness, am I meant to be somewhere? No, I'm... Hold on. I have this awful feeling I'm meant to be somewhere. No, I don't. Phew. I suddenly panicked then, going, I'm meant to be somewhere. No, it's the 14th of March I've got to be some. Oh my goodness. Whew, that was close. No, I'm all right. Whew, I had this massive panic then, thinking, I'm meant to be somewhere tonight, but no, I'm not. Phew. Okay, anyway, let's carry on. Just take me a moment to calm down. Right, so I'm just going to move these pieces there, and that one there. And I'm going to stick them down, but I'm not going to stick them down too tightly, if that makes sense. I'm not going to go right to the edges of my rectangles because I want to be able to slip some of those leaves behind the ones that I've cut out behind these frames. So let's get these stuck down. Right, and once I've calmed down, I'm going to say hello to everybody on the live. Whew. There we go. Actually, it'll be helpful if I called up the live and then I can see. I haven't actually got it on my screen as yet, so let's do that. There we go. Right. Hi and welcome everybody. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I don't always have a panic on me. Just occasionally. Oh dear. Right. So yeah, I used the rectangles, the stitch rectangle dies to cut out all of these because they nest really nicely inside each other, the different sizes. So it's pretty cool. Right, hello, who's here? Bonnie, Linda, Martina, Janine, Jan, Glenna, Shaz, Susan, Janice, Cindy, Roberta, Caroline, Cheryl, C. Medhurst, Carol from Australia. Hello, Carol. Deborah, Mindy, Elizabeth Faulkner. Hello. Heidi. Hello. Good morning. Hello, Tina from Western Australia. Oh, lovely to see you all. Hello. 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 Hello, Gina. Hello, Claire. Hello, Christine. There we go. Right. Oh, see you later, Deborah. Yeah, catch you on the replay. So the idea of this, it's like it's it's a bit like a one-sheet wonder, but not. I don't know what I'm going to call this. The idea is that you can create 4 cards in one go that have got sort of similarities to them, but they're all going to look a bit different. But it's just a way of kind of creating cards, yeah, all together and in one go, basically. That was the plan anyway. Get that stuck down there. Which way do I want this one? I might turn that round that way. And I know I was going to stick those on. I think I'll do that afterwards once it's all been cut up, rather than doing that now, because I'm going to be not using the whole piece, because I only need I need to cut it in a certain way to get it fitting onto my card bases. Right, so I think I might add a little bit of stamping, not too much though. So I've already got on my desk Dahlia Days. I know you've seen me use this quite a bit recently, but it's such a fab one. I'll also grab Wildcats. Let's use a bit of that. And I've got Sahara sand here because we've got a bit of Sahara there, and maybe a little bit of Bermuda Bay as well. See what happens. Trying to keep all in the same colour scheme really. And there we go. Susan from Bundoora, Melbourne. Hello. Now, because this is photopolymer, I'm just going to, sorry, photopolymer stamp, I'm just going to grab my mats, just pop underneath here. Oh dear, Martina. Do you think is that the weather affecting things? Oh, yeah, our internet's been a bit weird, I think because of the weather. I love the drippy effect of these. I'm just going to clean that off. I don't need that bit. Lovely. Oh dear, that's fallen off. And what else have we got? Oh, those are nice leaves. Those would look nice tucked in there. No, it's the weather. It's weird weather. So I'm just stamping some leaves around my little frames, because these are going to be the backdrop then to any little dies that I stick in here now. Some of those. Cute, cute, like that. Okay. And then I did want to put a few of these. Trying to keep it quite masculine. Try not to go too frothy and pretty. Although, of course, you could give this to anybody, really. The idea is just to do something that has more masculine sensibilities. Okay, so... What, Barb, you haven't figured out what I'm doing yet? I don't know. You should know me by now. Even I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I didn't realise you had bad storms as well, Vicky. Oh, please say a prayer and have a thought for those poor folks in Madagascar. There's a cyclone happening right next to Madagascar currently, and they already had, in the last couple of days, they already had 14 people die. So they haven't got the same amount of infrastructure as we do here to have help. So there we go. Hi, Kelly. Right, so done those. Now I think what I'm going to do is just do the cutting up bit. So I'm just going to quickly go over the size of card base I've got here. So this is 7 centimeters across by 21. And so if you're doing this using the letter size, then you would cut your 11-inch paper into 5.5 inches, and then this section would be 2 and is that 2 3/4, isn't it? Which is not far off what this is, but yours would be a little bit shorter. So this, for us in the UK, or those of you who use centimeters, this should be, oh, can I cut these smaller? Oh, actually, no, I did use inches on this. I was looking at this measurement thinking, why doesn't that work? Okay, so I cut my cardstock. Sorry, I forgot. I only did it a few minutes ago. I've already forgotten. 5 3/4 widthwise, and then scored at 2 7/8. So basically 3 inches minus an eighth. So that's the sizing I've used on these, but left the length, which is 21 centimeters, which I don't know if that was sensible of me or not. But anyway, so what I'm going to do now is cut this down halfway here. In between my two rectangles, which I think I'm going to just about be okay with. And then cut this down at 2 and 2 3/4 inches. Let me just check I've got enough to do that. I'm just going to put a fingernail in there and just check. Yep, I can do that. Okay, so I'm going to cut this at 2 3/4 inches. Put that section there, and then just cut this little slither off that end there. Tiniest little slither. There we go. Right, and then on this one, 2 3/4. And the same again. All right, so we've only got that bit of wastage there. Right, now I want to stick this section together. And I'm just going to pop glue either side of the halfway mark, because I want to be able to cut through the middle of this, and this is going to be stuck onto my pieces as well. Right, anyone know what I'm doing yet? Oh dear. Right, so this measures approximately 2 3/4 inches. So if I just do it just under 1.5, doesn't matter if it's not exactly halfway. Okay, so let's move that out of the way as well. Don't need these anymore. So because I've got the 2 there, and I just wanted to have 2 on this section as well, so I'm going to stick that one there and that one there. Hello, Deb Fitzgerald. The first live, but you've been following me. Oh, welcome. Glad you could make it. Okay, so I'm just going to stick that on the edge there. And stick that one on the edge there. Right, then I'm going to bring in all my gorgeous little cutouts here. Start playing. Right, so I have got these lovely deer, and I just thought it'd be quite fun to use some of these. Not quite sure how, but might not use them on every single one, but thought it might be fun. And then I've got these lovely leaves that I thought would be really nice to tuck in underneath different sections. So I think I'm going to get to the point where I'm just going to get on and stick these down, because if I start just placing and then sticking, it's going to make a very long video. So I will start doing that in a sec, once I've kind of got to know what I've got here and how they work together. So I've got some of these really pretty little leafy things. Then I've also got some of these brown ones. Might look fun there. Just kind of looking for the spaces really that they could go. Okay. And don't be afraid to cut into dies if they don't work as whole pieces. Just cut them, snip them, you know, because They need to work for you, you know. So. And the reason I cut out, I've got some sort of thicker leaved ones and then some little dainty things. I just like the juxtaposition of the two different types together. Right, I'm going to just start gluing. I'll just have a look. Okay, the last bits won't have leaf stamps around them. Oh, that is true. I can always go back and stamp those, Melissa. Hi, Linda. Hi, April. Long time no see. Okay, right. I'm just going to get on and do some sticking. I've still got my stamps out, actually, so I could just do that. Good point. So last week I mentioned to you guys that I'd introduced May to West Side Story. Well, Saturday we watched My Fair Lady, and she asked, you know, what was I going to do? She asked, and I was surprised actually that she hadn't seen it before, because I thought, oh, I must have had it on, you know, at some point, but no, she hadn't seen it before. And then I don't know if those of you who've seen it remember, but at the beginning of right at the beginning of the film, it's just loads of the score is being played, you know, on by an orchestra, and so there's me sort of, you know, singing. I know all the songs backwards virtually because I grew up on it, and I started singing along, and she was like, "Don't sing," she goes, "I've never seen it before." I was like, "Oh, okay." So she forbade me from singing along. So I just had to lip sync. Because you know when you know the songs really well, it's like you can't help it. But no, she wasn't having it. So there we go. And the costumes are just so gorgeous. I knew she'd enjoy looking at those. Hi, Cindy. Oh, good. Sometimes it's helpful to have somebody to give you a fresh eye on things. Oh, that looks a little bit too symmetrical, doesn't it? I think I'm just going to fold those over a bit. I didn't like that. Oh dear. It's funny, I really don't like things looking too symmetrical. Pop that in there. Oh, now are these stuck down yet? Nope. Okay, so from now on, if I'm putting something into place, I'm just going to stick it, because otherwise I'm going to get really confused as to what I've stuck down and what I've not stuck down. So oh, love that little detail of that tiny little leaf there. Pull you out a bit more. There we go. Okay, right, so I like the idea of the blue deer on that section and that section. I did cut out some brown ones. I'm just going to see how they look. That could work. What do you think, guys? Oh, I just realised I've got a blob of glue just fallen down on there. All right, let's use you up. Okay. Oh, these. I've not used these a lot yet. So these are some leaves from the Wildcats set. I feel like we need a few more blue ones in there though, to offset the brown. Oh no, go in there. Oh, I need to just clean my fingers off, they're getting a bit gooey. All right. So I think there's probably enough on that one in terms of leafage. We'll move away from that one now. This one's hasn't got any there, so I'll put that one on there. Oh, thank you, Marie. It's kind of you to say. So for those of you who've just joined, I'm making kind of like 4 cards in one go, basically. So I started off with a plain piece of paper and then stuck on these different panels, these different sections that I'd pre-cut from a stamped one sheet wonder that I did a while back. And so I'm now just adding some other bits of foliage to make it look a bit more interesting. Oh, there you go. There we go. That's better. I'm just going to give this a trim because I don't want it to end on a kind of stick. I want it to end up with a leaf. There we go. Pop that one under there. Not sure about that now. Got that one. Oh yeah, that's better. Prefer that texture. Just a bit of a different texture compared to the other leaves. Okay, so that one's done, that one's done. This one, be interesting to do one that's just all blue rather than adding any other brown. So let's just see what this looks like with blue only. Who needs chocolate? Linda needs chocolate. Oh dear, Linda. Well, it's earlier in your day than it's my day, so yes, go for it. Have your chocolate. Hi, Joanna. Nice to see you. Snickers and a coffee. Oh, yummy. Yum, yum, yum. Yes, please do give me a thumbs up. Do invite your friends to come and watch. Don't keep the love all to yourself. If you've recently discovered my channel and you think you have friends that you may like what I do, then please do invite them. It just helps me keep the channel going. And so I am thinking about putting another order in at some point, and I'm wondering what have I not got from the mini catalogue that you guys would like to see me use? Because, you know, contrary to popular belief, I don't actually have everything from the mini catalogue yet. Oh, Cindy just did an order. Oh, Cindy, what did you order? I need to stock up on some bits of cardstock and things, but the cards look so different with the blue deers or the brown deers. Yes, they do, don't they? Yeah, it just gives it a whole different kind of feel. That's why I quite like making a few cards but using similar colours, just you know, to have that variety and just to see how they look, really. Oh, actually, I'm wondering if this would look better going across. Oh yes, that's nice, isn't it? It just didn't work coming across there, but across there that looks nice. Right, let's stick that down there. See, it just goes to show something doesn't feel right or look right when you go to use it first of all. Don't discard it, just hold on to it, because you never know. An idea might come to you and then you go, ah, there we go, perfect there. Right, now I'm just noticed that down here I haven't got any leaves down on this one. These are all stuck down. Right, let's see if I can pop that there. Didn't want that one for up there, really. I wonder if I can steal a little leaf from somewhere else. Or I could just get my punch. I've got a punch that's got quite small leaves. This one from Symmetry. I know it hasn't got any texture on it, but it's going to be hidden by the other bit brown leaf, so I don't think it matters too much. That will do. Oh, it'll come out a bit. There we go. And do I want another one of these somewhere? I think so. Right, I'm going to use up this bit of glue because that one needs sticking down too. Oh, and this needs sticking down. Oh, I haven't stuck the deer. I was thinking of sticking the deer with dimensionals actually, because they've got enough space in them to get dimensionals underneath. I just thought that would look a bit more interesting. Right. Okay, so I think... Hi, Pauline. Are these bookmarks? No, they're slimline cards. Yeah, slimlines. Yeah. Right, so I'm just going to double check that everything apart from the deer is stuck down, because I know I placed some things. Yeah, there. I think that's all stuck. Let's push that down. Give these a good press. Okay. Now, I was talking to someone about this the other day, that sometimes you might want your dies to face a different direction. But because of the way dies work, you end up with slightly different sort of like edges. You end up with a slight beveled edge of where the die has cut the card. So the only thing is, I do want to use this deer the other way around. So in order to sort of not make it look like it's been cut the wrong way around, I'm just going to use my nail. Unfortunately, I've got a bit of glue on it, but never mind. I'm just going to use my nail to kind of push down the cardstock a bit so it looks like it was meant to be cut that way. There we go. So it doesn't look like it's obviously wrong. Right, let's get my dimensionals out. I think I also want to use my black dimensionals because I'm using dark cardstock here, and the black dimensionals are brilliant for when you're sticking down darker elements. So Now I know what, let's stick this down onto a piece of cardstock first. So, bone folders can help with that too, yes, indeed. Okay, so I need to cut off a little piece at the top there. And I think we're going for an 1/8. Yeah, we're going for an 1/8 all the way round off. So I think that's an 1/8. Yep, that's right. Okay, so bear with me. I've just got to cut an 1/8 off all these so that I end up with a nice border all the way around my cards. So my card base is just an 1/8 larger than my panels that I've created. I'm trying to cut them from a side that hasn't got anything near the edge. So of course you could have done that right at the beginning to save time, but I didn't think of it. There we go. Right. Let's get a nice bit of glue on here. Now the lovely thing about those leaf dies, the ones that go with, oh, what's the name of that stamp set? Oh, anyway, they're stitched. They're so pretty. They're in the main catalogue. They just add a really lovely extra bit of texture to them. Okay, so here I am with my black dimensionals. And I'm thinking I may even, can you believe it, cut one of these in half, or cut a slither to go onto my deer's head and neck. There we go. And have him standing on that little frame there. Oh no, I was going to do him the other way around, wasn't I? So he's facing inwards. These are so elegant, aren't they? These little images. So, so cute. So again, I'm going to cut me some smaller sections. I'll save those for later because I'm sure I'm going to need them. Pop that onto there. Turn that around. And stick him on. There we go. What a cutie. Okay, so that's card number 1 done. Yes, stitched. Stitched leaves, are they? Or stitched blooms or something? I can't remember the name of it. I told you right at the beginning of this video. I'll go through them again. Okay, let's do another card. So this one I'm sticking onto a crumb cake base. That previous one was soft suede. This is crumb cake. This is such a go-to shade of brown. It's light enough to have as a card base to be able to write on, and it's just got that really sort of lovely vintagey vibe to it. It's really great. Okay, so, oh, this is the blue only one, isn't it? So we're going to have to do this one blue. To do them. See, I like the fact that they're standing on the frame. I don't like having them where they're sort of floating in the middle, really. It's like they're standing in a massive window. Oh, good, Gina. Giving you Easter card ideas. So what would you put instead of a deer? You've never done a slimline card, Kim? Ah. Well, they are jolly good fun. It's just really interesting working on a very kind of different shaped canvas sometimes. Oh, where are my little bits gone that I cut a minute ago? Oh, I've wafted somewhere. Never mind. Yeah, your brain has to kind of slightly adjust to the shape of it because you're filling a bit of a different space, really. So, oh, did I not take the sticky off that? The paper off? Ha ha ha. Nope, I didn't. There we go. Right, number 2. Get this stuck down. So how long have we got? Okay, 49. Is it 40 minutes in? It's not too bad for making 4 cards. I mean, I know I stamped the paper before, but you could use DSP. But the idea was to make them look fairly detailed, you know, a bit more detailed than average, with all those lovely leaves. Now this one's not going to have a little deer in the bottom, but I do have some spare pieces of Bermuda Bay stitched like thin stitched rectangles, so they make a great little piece to put a sentiment on. Actually, let's have a look if I can find them. They were here a minute ago. Oh, here they are. Yeah. So you could put a sentiment there. That's actually a little bit thick. Oh, that one would work better on that one. Yeah, so one could stamp your sentiment there. That one's a little bit, unless I put it down there, then I wouldn't need that leaf. Oh, that's a possibility. Right, okay. Maybe a rabbit or a chick or a cross. Yes. Yeah, we don't seem to have, unless anyone can remember, do we have a cross stamp in the current catalogues? Because the Easter stamp for this year was we've got bunnies and a chick, haven't we? Now this one, I feel that we should have a little bit of something coming down from that top corner. Looks a bit naked, doesn't it? There we go, that's better. Or stamp your sentiment to the right of the frame. Or here. Oh, that fits nicely, actually. I'm not covering any leaves by doing that. Oh, there isn't one this year, Gina. Okay. Well, when they don't have one, I usually just cut one out. I cut a mask of one and then just stamp around it instead, which is really, I love that technique where you just mask off across and then you stamp things. Okay, so I'm not going to stick anything down yet in terms of the sentiment, but that I think would work beautifully there. And then this one possibly could work like that. You've just got that little bit above and below it to frame it. Now I do have that piece left over. Didn't need it. I did cut it. Oh dear, sorry, I'm just shunting things around back here. There we go. Right. Let's have a look if I can put this in the order in which they've got cut. So that one, then that one. And then that one, then that one. So, ta-da! here's my Masculine Monday detailed cards using a stamped one sheet wonder from a while back, and also lots and lots of dies. So I'll go through the list again for those of you who may want to have a go doing these. Hi Sue. Yes, there's a, I think I probably got one from previous years as well. So hi Carolee. Okay, so we've got the rectangle stitched framelits dies, and that is what I use to cut these rectangles out. Now, if you don't have that, that's fine. You could just cut rectangles. It just means you don't have the stitching. But you could do faux stitching with a pokey tool. You could just go around the edges and do that. The pierced blooms dies, that was these larger leaves, and I used these ones and those ones for that. And what's quite handy about this set actually is that you've got two of those, two together, two together. It's really handy when that happens, because then it's, you don't tend to lose them. Then with the, what's this one, the big cats dies, I used that leaf, those two leaves, and that one and that one. And I really like how those turned out, because they've got like a little tendril there, which, it's like a swirl, and I like swirls. So I think that's probably why I like it. I like a little thing on the end. And then this one, Grassy Grove dies. It's got a couple of really lovely leaves in there, and obviously it's got the deer. I really want to use a bit more of this one because it's just so fabulous. Maps, yes, that would be nice. Yes. Hi Heidi Solinsky. Hi, nice to see you. So thank you for joining me, everybody. Right now, I also need to do the draw for the card that I made last week. You were asked to comment on that video, so I'm just trying to find it because I put it somewhere really safe. You know me, I put things places that are safe and then think, oh, where's it gone? Oh. I usually put them in a box above me, and I'm looking and looking. I'm like, oh, where are they? Okay, in the meantime, while I'm looking for that card, I'm just going to tell you about a special collaboration I'm doing with Esther from Stampin' Star Creations. For anybody, oh, I found it. Anybody that purchases the Boughs and, I want to say Boughs and Blossoms, but I want to get this right. I'll show you exactly what it is. So, anybody that places an order for the Leaf and Punch and Stamp Set bundle, Esther and I are going to be producing 4 exclusive videos between the two of us. So we'll do 2 each, and you will have access to those after March I think it's the 26th or something like that. Basically, Esther's got an in-person class at some point at the end of March, and I may be doing one as well. So I know what, let's say the 1st of April. That'll probably be easiest. So if anybody, any one of our customers, myself or Esther's, and I've also offered it out to my teamies, that if any of my teamies customers purchase this set, the Boughs and Blossoms bundle, 157712, they will also be sent the 4 tutorials, exclusive tutorials, for free. Okay, we were trying to pick like a date to perhaps have a Zoom get together, but we're quite busy at the moment, and we've got various dates that are already filled up, so it was getting a bit too tricky. But in order just to get it out there and offer that, we've just decided to tell you about it now. So if you purchase, so now I will do this retrospectively as well, because some of my customers may have already purchased it, but we will look back at the records and check. So Boughs and Blossoms bundle, if you're having it in English, it's 157712. It is available in French and German. If you buy that bundle, you will be eligible for 4 free tutorials from Esther and myself. So 2 each. Right, I am now going to sort out the winner of this. So I just need to find the original video and then use my YouTube comment picker to sort that out. So thank you everyone who's joined me today. It's lovely to see you. Are there any other details you want me to explain about these cards? Oh, stamp sets. Here we go. I use Dahlia Days, just use that fern one there. And Wildcats, I use that one there and that one. So, right, YouTube random comment picker. And then I need to go to my videos, my channel, videos, da, 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 da. So let's have a look. Who commented? There was 29 comments. So okay, so we had 24 unique comments. I'm just going to flip my camera so that you can see what's happening. Okay, and I'm going to start it now. Let's see who gets picked. Elizabeth Falcomer, you're the winner. Da, da, da. Right, Elizabeth, please email me ruthtrice@gmail.com. I am going to be sending you this card. Now, this card actually inadvertently has become a bit of my celebration and my giveaway for the 9,000 subscribers on YouTube. So that's what this card was kind of about. So let's have a look. See if Elizabeth is watching. She is! Yay! Congratulations and jubilations. Right, let's see if she's watching. Oh, that's lovely. Well, it would be lovely if anybody had won. But I know Elizabeth does watch me quite regularly, so that's quite sweet. Gorgeous. So I'm reading comments. Okay, fabulous. Right, that is it for tonight, I think, guys. So if you've got any questions about the products I've used, please put them in the comments. Let me know which one's your favourite, actually. Do you prefer the blue only, or do you like it with the brown as well? Maybe I should have tried brown only at some point as well, just to see what that looked like. But anyway, this idea came to me about how to create, 4 cards in a quick way. I think it sort of worked. I'm going to try this layout just stamping at some point and see what happens. But there we go. I'm always on the lookout for new ways of how to cut up a piece of paper and where to put the placement of things. So, let me just pop those over there just to show you what they may look like. Let's go that one. Anyway, these are interchangeable. There we go. You're very welcome, Tina. Thank you for watching. Take care, everyone. Have a great evening, morning, night, wherever you are. And I'll see you again soon. Oh, I've just found another little leaf. That's going to have to, pop in somewhere. There we go. Right. Lots of love, everyone. See you soon. Bye.